Okay, so we're going to be talking a little bit about the J70 dash cam and also about cheaper dash cams in general. First of all, I want to show you the absolute cheapest one I had. This was a few years back. I think I got it maybe 15 bucks, dirt cheap. And while it did have both front-facing and inside cabin cameras, it recorded them both into a single video. And the resolution, I mean, I guess the only purpose it serves is to capture some semblance of what's going on. For context, this is me being overcome with giddy joy at seeing a duck family with babies crossing the road.
Oh, 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 oh. So cute. Oh my goodness.
So yes, trust me, those blurry blobs crossing in front of the car, those were in fact ducks, but you never would be able to tell. So anyway, on to the J70. This has both front and inside as well, and it also has a rear camera that you can string inside the car and, or cable rather, to see out the back. You can choose to show them all at once or one at a time in different orientations on this extra wide skinny screen. But you don't have to worry that that's the way it's permanently recorded. That's just for your benefit, what you want to see on the screen. Everything is recorded in separate full 16:9 videos in separate folders on the SD card. It has the usual settings that you would expect of a dash cam, including parking mode. Well, anyway, that leads into the things that are wrong with it, why I chose not to keep it. On the product pages for this model, it says specifically built-in lithium battery, 15 to 20 minutes real-time monitoring. Now this is an interesting claim. You won't, well, at least I didn't. I never found this claim or anything like it on any model of dashcam, because that's not a thing. Typically, dashcams will turn off when you turn off the car, unless they're connected directly to the system to get power when needed. And again, even then they won't be running at full power constantly, because of course that would kill your car, kill your battery. And having a battery that could power it would be interesting to say the least, because that could be a safety hazard, like to have a battery in the car constantly all year, including in the summer months. It would also theoretically wear out quickly from being charged endlessly. I decided to at least give it a try to see if this claim was true, and it isn't. Once you get the product and you look in the manual, it says explicitly, in fact, that there is no built-in battery, so it directly contradicts the advertisements. And of course, when you actually turn the car off, it shuts off immediately. Another false claim is that it says in the advertisement that it has crystal clear visibility of license plates and road signs. Now that's another very bold claim, crystal clear, and it even goes out of its way to say license plates. You'd be hard-pressed to find any dash cam that can easily capture license plates when you're moving, and this one is no exception. In fact, it's much less so. Even though it has the claimed resolutions of 4K, 2.5K, and 1440p, all Ultra HD resolutions, none of them even look HD. I don't know what kind of sensors they're using, what the native resolution is, but there's possibly upscaling going on, lots of processing, just lots of artifacts. Again, despite these specs that they throw around, you get what you pay for. This is pretty cheap dash cam, and the clarity is just not great. It just gives you, it's better than that one I showed you, which was an extreme example, but it just barely qualifies as usable. And I wonder how the audio sounds. Testing 1, 2, 3. Detour, there's a muddy road ahead. Detour, ain't no mind what it said. Detour, all these bitter things I find should have read that detour sign. How the exposure works out. I wonder if the window behind me is just a white glare or not. And maybe you've seen popular YouTuber Linus Tech Tips. He made a video about how there's so many dash cams, even more expensive ones than this, that the video quality is just not acceptable. And on this channel, we focus a lot on 3D, like 3D movies and cameras. And whenever Linus has touched on 3D topics a couple of times, he kind of crashed and burned. So in this area, I think his criticism was fair. And it is a frustrating aspect of the dash cam market, which is glutted with very low quality products. In fact, I'd say most. Just the sheer volume of things coming out of China that are all based on this very cheap core components, all packaged under these random names and shells. I wouldn't even call them real brands because these names are constantly recycled and changed. In fact, this camera itself changed names a couple times while I had the tab open on Walmart.com. One time, look what the brand name even changed to from the third-party seller. That's a brand name. I don't know if that was, they were just playing around or what, but then it changed to some other random name after that. So anyway, this dash cam doesn't support Wi-Fi or an app. Many cheap ones do. This one doesn't, so you'd have to record to the SD card. And another false claim, they say that it supports up to 128 gigabytes, and it does not, because it only records to FAT32 formatting, which is only supported on 32 gigabyte and below SD cards. So you can put a 128 gigabyte card in there, but you won't be able to format it or use it. So that's an outright lie in this description. And there's many cheap cameras that have this same exact problem, and you have to do a little digging to find that that's the case. So anyway, yeah, the moral of the story is, if you're going to get a dash cam, don't cheap out, but also don't spend a lot of money on some wacky Chinese brand, because that's not going to make it any better just throwing money at it. So I learned my lesson, and I went with a Red Tiger. Now that and a few others I'd say are the legit brands. They have acceptable video quality, and I will be reviewing the Red Tiger with samples another time. So subscribe if you want to see that. But anyway, as far as this camera, the J07D, and other cheap cameras go, if there's one good thing about them, it would be these amazing, epic advertisements that you get. A trustable gift for journey. As a journey witness, our dash cam is a perfect gift, giving you and your lover a peace of mind on the road. What ad writer could top that? See you next time.